would like a back, crack and sack waxing, please. I would like my back waxed, my crack waxed and my sack waxed.
Right.
Do you do the treatments yourself?
No.
I'd like you to.
Well, I can't.
Why not?
Because I have to be on reception taking calls.
Well, okay.
You can't request who's doing your sack, your crack or your back. There's a woman in the back who does your crack.
Well,
This is fucking insane. Right, that's enough.
No,
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know who's going to learn anything from this.
Wait. Okay. Okay. Well, ask me some questions about... Okay.
Well, I don't have to ask you any questions. I said you can be going in 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not doing it. I'm a work kid. I'm not paid or qualified to be sorting your arse out.
Wait, okay. Actually, thinking about it, the hair on my crack hasn't grown back, nor has the hair on my back. But my sack is very hairy. Wait, my sack is very hairy. I don't need my back waxed or my crack waxed, but I need my sack waxed.
Right. Now, I'm surprised you haven't done it yourself, because it's the back and the crack that's the difficult bit. The sack you can do yourself.
Oh.
And to be honest, it should all be growing at the same time.
No.
So there's something wrong with you.
No.
You've got a hairy bollock. When your back is lovely and bold.
Right.
You don't need it doing...
Bold.
Fuck's sake.
My back is bald.
Yeah.
My crack is bald. My sack needs waxing.
Right.
It's quite an emergency. My balls are very hairy. Can I have them waxed, please?
Yes.
How much just for the balls?
£15 for
£15
two, for the both.
For two. Okay,
Yes.
that's good. So £7.50 each. It's £7.50.
Yeah, but we don't split it. That's the price.
Yes.
You can't have one done.
No,
it's
I have
£15.
two. I have two balls. How many balls do you have, Carl?
Two.
Carl has two balls. Are your balls hairy?
Average.
Okay. Which is strange because Carl's balls are hairy, but he is bald on his head. His head looks like a ball. His head looks like a bald testicle. Carl has a head like a bald testicle, but his testicles aren't bald. Okay. How long will it take to wax my balls?
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Okay. So it's £15 and 10 minutes. Can you do it? Can you do it now, please?
No, I won't be doing it. You'll
Why?
be meeting Leslie in the back room.
I don't really. I'm a little bit shy. I know you. Could you?
You don't know me. You've just turned up.
Could you wax my balls?
No, I'm not waxing your balls. Bollocks. Scrotum. What else is there? Testi. If you're having one done. Bollocks. Sack. What else is there?
Oh. Okay.
Right,
We've done
done.
that waxing. Okay. At the doctor's. Hello, doctor.
Hello.
I have a pain.
Okay, whereabouts is the pain?
My anus.
Of course it is. None of this is worth learning in a language. You go home. If you're ill, go home.
No, if a foreign fella is in this country...
He can go to the doctors and use our NHS system if he had an achy arse. He'd get on the first flight home. Why aren't you going travelling? You're here as a tourist.
Yes.
Yeah? Right, well, see London. Instead of worrying about your hairy bollocks, see the London Eye. The London Eye.
That could take off. I quite like... I know you said you didn't want a costume, but if I could get a little costume for you, what colour would it be?
I don't need a costume.
No, but you don't need it, but if I got one for you, what would it have?
No, I don't need all that, because that's just wasting time.
That's more bullshit. But how do we know you're bullshit? How do we know you're bullshit, man?
Because I flew in.
So you can fly. So your superpower is saying bullshit, but you can also fly.
Yeah, but also people know if I've said it's bullshit, they know they were talking bullshit.
Yeah, but wait.
That's my superpower.
Wait, no, your superpower is surely flying as well. You didn't.
We can all say bullshit.
No, the flying is necessary because of the amount of bullshit that's going on.
But if you could fly.
But if I can't fly, how am I going to get around? There's loads of bullshit. What are you going to do? Keep jumping in a cab?
No way.
I'm going to be busy all day.
I haven't invented this. It's not my fault you can or can't fly.
No.
Calm down.
I know, but I'm saying if it was my superpower, I'd want to fly in.
Yes, my point.
And I don't want a costume because I'd be constantly wearing that costume because of the amount of bullshit that's being said.
Yes, I understand that. So your point is this: everyone can tell bullshit, but you need to fly to get there quick and get it out in the open.
Panic quick.
Yeah.
Someone starts spouting
How
the
can
bullshit.
you hear them? So you can also be super hearing as well. Yeah. So you can. Hold on. So wait a minute. Right. Can you see where they are, or can you just?
I'm just hearing it.
So if there was a meeting, right, going on in Leeds now, and there was a bloke going, well, if you invest in this company, if you give me 1 million, I can guarantee you will make an extra million by the year, and I will double. I will double your investment in 1 year. What?
Bullshit. That's how it would work.
You can see how...
I know, because honestly, that's years and years of people spouting it.
Yeah.
Meetings, ever since being neck-high. It's like, that's all you ever hear.
OK, but how would you
programmes
know?
in X Factor, honestly, X Factor will keep me busy.
OK,
Just the amount of shite that is being told to people in that, and all that crying, that'd be the next one. I don't know what I'd call it. That thing when girls do that now, I don't know where that's come from. When they're getting a tear coming on, they go like that. I want to fly. Fucking stop doing that.
What are we doing then? Just explain, we've just done a photo shoot for Shortlist. That's why I've got a little bit of eyeliner on. But it was worth it, because Carl had to dress up in tights and knickers, didn't you? And a lion.
Yeah. Not even mine. Well, they won't be mine. But a woman had to like lend me her tights.
Brilliant.
It's amazing,
Right,
isn't
we're going to do this. This is Mr. and Mrs. basically.
Right.
So I'm going to ask a series of questions of Carl. Quite simple questions: favourite film, favourite food. And Ricky, I want you to write down what you think the answer, Carl's answer, is going to be.
Yeah.
So hide it from Carl.
Exactly, yeah.
And then
That's say just leaving the room or going to a little booth.
Okay.
Yeah?
And then Carl, you'll reveal the answer. Ricky will reveal the pad.
Yeah.
Right, I can see that.
So don't answer straight away.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So the first one is, what is Carl's favourite film?
Well, I'll tell you what, before he says anything, I'll have to put it down to 2, because I reckon he can't decide between 2.
Okay.
So I'm gonna straight away, I'm gonna do that, and if I'm right, well, I shouldn't give anything away, okay?
Carl, reveal what your favourite film, or indeed favourite film is.
He'll know what it is. It's Kez and Elephant Man.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you had to choose between the two?
Probably Kez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elephant Man's just
Great,
a bit sad.
isn't it? Yeah, it's great. I reckon that really affects you and your kid as well. And
Well,
it's sort of your, it's very much what I imagined your upbringing
Well, I had
to
a
be
magpie,
like.
didn't I?
Well, yeah. And
What was the magpie's name?
Maggie.
used to come down and peck his grifter.
Peck me head.
Watching The Elephant Man, you know that bit in The Elephant Man where Anthony Hopkins takes John Merrick, or Joseph Merrick, behind a screen, and he's showing it to a load of surgeons, and he's going, see the deformation of the skull, the spine, the limbs. The only thing that is totally normal and untouched are the genitals. Carl goes, think of that. The one thing you would want like an elephant, and he gets the head.
Yeah. Good film, that.
Right, next one. We'll go for the next one. Carl's favourite food.
Oh, okay. I'm going to be very specific here. I think we're talking about a meal, are we?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What, an actual main course?
Yes. Well, I mean...
You're not going to know this.
Well, I'm gonna put to get me. Okay, I've gone for something sort of like a specific, but that gives me a bit of leeway. So I could be totally wrong here.
All right, Carl, please reveal.
And you mean one for at home, not going out, because if I go out, I make more of an effort to have something that someone's had to do some effort with.
No, do you think like yeah, I've done it like it would be a meal that he could do himself as well.
Right,
as...
okay. Sausage, beans, potato cakes.
Oh, I've got it wrong. I thought you were meat and two veg. I've put sort of pork or lamb
No,
chops.
I wouldn't mess about making meat and veg if I was on my own.
No?
No.
What was
no
it?
way. Sausage, beans, potato cakes. Toaster, potato cakes, beans in a pan, sausage in a
I remember
frying
you put
pan.
sausages in the toaster once.
Yeah, but...
Is that true?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
came
it
home,
was.
his girlfriend came home to him sticking a knife in the toaster to get the sausages out that were burning.
It's the way they spit, and
But why did you put them in the first place?
because I don't like when you've got them in a frying pan and then you turn that up and the heat gets going and they spit and then the grease is going all over the sort of the hob. So I thought do it in the toaster, let it spit on the inside. Not as much mess, but yeah. It was ages ago though. You're saying that as if that's before I met you.
So if you're out and he does his sausages, does he pop them on the grill? Does he put them in the oven? Does he stick them in the toaster like a fucking twat? Oh yeah,
That's how you find stuff out though, isn't it? That's how inventors and stuff come about. Trial and error.
All right, we'll go for the next one. Carl's
I'm gutted about that.
celebrity. Oh, right, okay. Well, we got this is 1 out of 2, so we go for the third one. Carl's celebrity crush.
Wouldn't have one.
What now? I'm nearly 40. Do you mean a celebrity crush?
That's
Do one when I'm a kid or something.
That's
maybe.
the point. Let me have a go. This is not based on anything because he is, you know, obviously he's never spoken about this or given any.
When
so
I'm
hold on, 40.
20 is still young, old.
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
let's say
sort of 14 or
from
something.
15. So hold on, when were you born? 72.
72.
So we're talking 84, are we? 1984. Janet Jackson.
She wasn't around in 84.
We've lost the pen and pad element of it straight away.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, wasn't she around in 84?
No, it wasn't her.
Paula Abdul.
No.
You guys just know! So there's an answer. There is someone who at 14 you thought, oh, she's nice, and I've got to guess who this woman is in 1984. Debbie Harry.
No.
You don't know yet.
No. 84. Probably one of Bananarama. Why is that funny?
Because it's so random and specific. Anything you said is funny. Anything you said is funny. But oh, it's also one off. They haven't got anyone in mind. And there's been about 9 members of Bananarama. Narrow it down a bit. No, come on. Which one of Bananarama?
God, I don't know what they're called. It was the darker one. The dark-haired one.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Next one.
What have I had that? The darker one in Bananarama.
All right.
Well, remember, you got to write it down.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to
Sorry.
Carl's favourite book.
Oh,
Okay, now.
you know this?
Well, but are we talking novel, fiction, or what?
I think we're talking any.
Just a book.
Any book. Like if you had to take one book to a desert island, what would it be?
You know, I don't know why you're not writing it out.
Well, shut up.
Fucking hell, are we mates? So what? You should know what that is.
What, your favourite book?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm thinking of an answer I don't want to embarrass you with. A book of freaks that he carried around for 6 months.
What's that?
Oh, that you're joking. That's your favourite book. It was a pamphlet.
It wasn't a pamphlet. It was about 40 odd pages. It's my
It
favourite
was the
book.
50 top freaks given away with some dodgy old fucking magazine.
It was with FHM, and it was like a freak book. That was interesting.
And you count that as a book?
Well, what would you put then? I've never seen you with a proper book, ever. So don't start lying and give me a load of old shite that it's someone like Nurture or something. 'Cause it isn't.
Nurture.
What book would you pick?
Friedrich Nurture. What?
No, you're right. He was right in a way. It is the
Yeah,
freak book.
Book of Freaks.
Let's go for the pad. Let's go for
50
the
top.
do
Oh,
the
no, I
pad.
got that. 50 top freaks. No, about it. 50 top freaks. Yeah.
Carl's
Do you know what? Do you know how he liked it? Because number 50 was a fellow with 3 legs. He was so
No,
excited.
there was
he went,
loads.
Huh?
No, number 50 was the bloke with 2 heads.
Was it?
Yeah, because I said, Jesus, what's number 1?
Yeah. What was that? Was a bloke shagging a chicken who got killed
Number
by a
1.
rock. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Carl's favourite song.
Okay, again. Okay. I'll have to do. I'll tell you that he's got a favourite song.
Are you just
For a
going
reason.
for 1 or 2?
Oh, no, I'm going to go for a couple here. I'm going to go for. They've both got a theme, and then I'm going to do tune as well. Okay, I've got 2 songs, and then I've got like an instrumental.
Right, I'll go for Stranger on the Shore, Acapulco. All right. And then I'd go for Elvis in the Ghetto. Is he getting them?
Yeah.
And there's one more, yeah?
Yeah.
Rod Stewart, Killing a Georgie.
Oh! Yeah. No, I went with Stevie Wonder in the City.
That's all right, that's up there.
Yeah.
Not
He likes
bad.
he likes a song with a story. So anything. I'll tell you another one as well. Wonderful Tonight.
Yeah, that's...
Like that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Convinced it's about a disabled fella. Because the lines she puts him to bed. Stuff like that.
There's a few little hints.
It's not hints. Nothing to do with it.
Listen to it.
Nothing to do with
at
it.
home.
Nothing to do with
Click
being
on it.
disabled. No, not at no point is it
There is.
mentioned. Or no,
There is.
no. It's all in your head.
Any others?
Let's go for one more.
Oh, I'll tell you, I'm gutted about the old pork chops.
You've got to be careful with pork.
Why?
It's
Worms.
got to be done, yeah. It's got to be cooked right, hasn't it?
Yeah, but now they do things like pork.
This has come from the man who put sausages in the toaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point.
Carl's favourite animal.
All right.
Wow.
So you don't mean a pet,
No, I'm not.
This is broad, yeah.
just any animal out there?
Yeah. You got it.
No, it's funny because I reckon he's got this one wrong.
Oh.
I reckon he's put down monkey. But I'd probably pick sloth.
Can we see the pad?
I've put chimp actually.
There you go.
He lumps in great apes with monkeys. He doesn't really know the difference. Funny you should say the sloth because he went to the zoo and he called me up and I went to the zoo. What did he do? He said, "What's the sloth?" He said, "It's annoying." I went, "Why?" He said, "It's got a huge enclosure." I went, "Why is that annoying?" He went, "It doesn't need it. It doesn't use it. Hang it in a wardrobe. It'd be just as happy."
Didn't move. Didn't move in all the time I was there. Looked dead. I actually thought it was dead. 14 quid you pay to get in there. It didn't fucking move. Didn't do anything.
Why is it your favourite animal?
I think because it just fascinates me that this thing, that a dodo died out and yet a sloth is
He's
still
a beaver
around
same.
even though it's asleep.
Yeah.
Is that, it's safer in a sort of a dead state?
Dido died out as well, didn't she? She
Dodo
has been
died out.
for years.
That's
That's the Dodo and Dido. Didn't do anything.
All right, let's go one more. If Carl could have a superpower, what do you think he would pick?
Wow. Okay. Okay, I've got loads of answers here. I think the general public would know one of them,
Oh, yeah.
but they're not. That's a joke one.
No, that was a new idea, but you mean one that exists? sort of thing.
Okay. Let's not count bullshit, man.
Right.
That's not really a
cancel bullshit,
superpower.
man.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
what I mean. That's a made up one. But you're talking
Exactly.
about one that people go, yeah, I'd have that.
Flying, invincibility, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, I've got one. I don't know if it's true. I mean, it's a bit weird.
Carl, please reveal.
It's one that I'd pick, but I'm still not 100% if it's the right move. I don't think you've gone for it.
Oh, I've gone. Okay.
Shape-shifting.
Oh, I went for invisibility.
We see the patterns.
Sorry, I went for invisibility.
Why shapeshifting over invisibility?
Just because you know what shape-shifting is, you can sort of be anything you want.
What would you be now?
On a day like today, probably a blue bottle.
Why would you be a blue bottle?
So it's the right weather for it. But I'd only do that for a bit.
No, they haven't. No, that doesn't make any sense. Why is it, you see them in this weather because they're buzzing around and it's their time of year where they've.
Yeah,
but we don't have to be a blue bottle to enjoy the weather, do you?
No, but I've got to be something else, haven't I?
Yeah, but why a blue bottle? That's.
Well, what would you pick on a day like today? You wouldn't want to be a buffalo, a bison in this. Be well hot. So a blue bottle.
Why
out
not a
and about.
dolphin? It'd be...
In London.
It doesn't have to... So now you're a blue bottle who's got to go on the tube and go to work. Now
No,
you're
I mean, I'm in
blue
London.
bottle.
I'm in London though.
But
You've still got to be at home. If you're a fucking dolphin, where are you knocking about?
I didn't know the restriction was the fact that you had to be caught in the city.
Well, I would have. So where's the dolphin?
Oh, so you can completely change your species, but you can't move fucking town.
Well, then you've got to get home again. The shape-shifting, you know what it is?
Yeah, you can change into a blue bottle.
Anything.
Yeah, but would you be a 6-foot blue bottle?
No, just a little one, and then you do that for a bit, and then you change.
But why are you
else.
doing it? What are you thinking? Have you got
For
your
a
own...
change?
Yeah, well...
You said it all right. You picked invisibility. What would you do with that?
No, that wasn't mine. That wasn't my superpower. That was my guess at yours, right? Because once you said you wish you were invisible, so you could go sneak into HMV, you go shopping without having stress, pay for it, and leave in the morning.
Yeah, but
that was your superpower.
Yeah, but that's when
paying for it
CDs
secretly.
was out. It's not worth it now, is it?
No.
No fucker's paying for anything these days on the internet. Download for fuck all. So forget that. There's no advantage. Being a blue bottle.
Yeah, what are you doing? So you go, I'm in London. Oh, there's a bit of shit there. Oh, I'm glad I'm a blue bottle. So, but what if you're shape-shifting? Why don't you be a seagull and go to Brighton for the day? No, it's not the rules. You've got to stay in London. Why are you imposing this rule of it being in London?
I'd give everything a go. I just picked that because it was a nice day and I saw one earlier.
Okay, what if you could shape-shift, but it was like changing your region on your DVD? You only had 3 goes. What would you try and then stick with?
Ooh.
Remember, the world is your oyster.
Right.
You don't have to stay in Kentish Town for the day.
Well, I'd pick what's her name? I've said to you before. I'd be
What,
a
a
sloth.
Bananarama?
Sloth.
Oh, you'd be a sloth.
I said that. It's still good, isn't it? Because if they're asleep, if I'm not enjoying being a sloth, I can dream about being something else. So it's a safe thing to be.
What the fuck?
Well, if you're asleep, you can. What's the problem?
You can anyway. You can wake up and go, oh, I wish I was a blue bottle.
I've never seen a blue bottle asleep.
Listen.
I called you the other day. You said slugs don't sleep.
No, you called me and said, do slugs sleep?
Yes, and you said, what did you say?
That's it. You got it all the wrong way around. I said, well, sleep, as we know it, is very different. You know, some have microsleep, some can estivate, some can actually be frozen.
All right.
So I said, what do you mean by sleep? Right? So.
Butterfly.
Why?
If I wasn't enjoying it, it's only for a day.
And then you die?
Yes.
But then you're dead.
Yeah, but if I'm not enjoying it...
But why do you... What?
The worst thing would be a tortoise.
You don't have to be a tortoise.
I don't fucking know, then. What's something else? I hate questions like this, because you ask me, I give you an answer and you argue with me. I've told you, I picked 3 perfectly decent things there.
A sloth.
A blue bottle, a butterfly.
Right, why did your superpower be flying? Then you could be Karl Pilkington.
Because Suzanne will be saying, no.
Why?
Because Suzanne will be going, oh, nip out and do an errand. Suddenly I'm flying around everywhere, busy, because you're going, it's easier for you. You don't get out for arse enough as it is. I don't want flying, and everybody would be on your back, and no, definitely not.
Why choose a blue bottle and a butterfly? That's
Because
their
no
job.
one's, yeah, but that's as a fly. Everyone's expecting it to fly. And then when I go back to me, I'd appreciate, I've always said to you about not knowing if I feel well. Whereas a blue bottle, it spends its day flying around being sick on shit. So if I come back to me and I'm like, I feel really good now, I'm not throwing up all the time. And
Right.
so there's benefits to being a fly. I think I'd appreciate life more once I'd seen it through the eyes, many eyes, of a blue bottle. What would you pick? Let's change it, because it's unfair, this. What would you pick? Any shape-shifting?
Definitely, I'd pick either a bird or a dolphin, just soaring. An eagle soaring. A dolphin. The oceans. Whole world, my oyster. At no point would I think, I'll choose something that if it's shit, I die immediately. That's much better.
Well, we're all different, aren't we? That's what this is about.
Right, let's do one more very quick. What is...
You're fucking different.
How big is pet hate?
Oh, fuck me, you haven't got long enough, mate.
Well, don't say it.
I don't think you... Oh, it's annoying that you're asking this now, because I've got so much that I don't know which one to pick.
Well, it's difficult to write down.
Maybe just do a word that can prove that you will have got it right. If
Well, I think it's
Oh,
there is one word, and it sort of applies to all the things you might say that are annoying, but I don't know if what's your pet's hate?
just when there's shit somewhere.
What?
Oh, when there's shit somewhere and you can't find it and it stinks.
What?
I hate that.
Isn't that funny? I didn't get that. What do you mean?
Just what have you thought?
Faffing. Too much faffing. Like, is people always like, you can't do that? You have to phone 5 times. They have to put you on hold. People
Oh, you just mean an annoyance.
What did you think he meant?
He said a pet hate. I thought, right, okay, yeah, I would have said
Sorry,
faffing.
what do you mean?
What do you hate about having a pet? When there's shit behind the
Okay, good night, everyone. Okay.
I wouldn't word it like that.
I've known him for 10 years, and that surprised me.
Hang on, faffing.
That fucking surprised me. I've never. I'm really sorry about that.
Right, faffing, yeah, faffing.
A pet hate. When you're asleep and it licks your bollocks. What?
No, all right, I got the wrong end. Yeah, faffing, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck me. That's great. Cheers.
That was the Travis, and some flowers through my window. This is XFM 104.9 of a Saturday afternoon, just gone 6 minutes past 1. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant.
Hello there, hi. Good to talk to you.
Carl Pilkington is over there.
All right.
Hey, keeps it real.
Yeah.
Respect, Carl.
Oh.
Rick, I just think, we want to lift off the show straight away into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that, it seemed to me, was to resurrect a game we used to play when we first began the show in old XFM days. Do you remember the game? Do you remember the game Make Ricky Gervais
Rub me hard.
Rub you hard?
No.
No, that was only in the pilot. We never actually did that on live.
Okay, right.
No, it was the game Make Ricky Gervais laugh.
Oh, I remember,
and we used to get people, Carl, you probably didn't hear it, we used to get people to sort of send in pictures and jokes and stuff. And if I could make Ricky laugh on air with those,
He won a toffee.
Then they won a gift of some kind.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of emails actually saying people love your laugh, Rick. So in a sense, we're giving the public what they want.
must be taking the mickey.
But this is a picture I found in today's copy of The Sun, so if you're listening at home and you want to know what the picture looks like, rush out and buy a copy, only 40p.
Yeah.
And,
Are we sponsored by The Sun? We do White Van Man.
Exactly. It amused me straight away, this, because bear in mind,
Right.
it is one of the world's biggest rock stars.
Okay.
Just check out the face.
Oh,
Oh, that's fantastic.
Look at that.
Oh, that is Michael Stipe. Oh dear, with sort of like looking like, I don't know, some sort of Nazi officer. That's not libelous.
That's not like, it's Michael, in your opinion, Michael Stipe,
Yeah.
he's outside there during the press conference
Yeah.
for Peter Buck's.
It's not a good picture. I love R.E.M. and I love Michael Stipe. I think he's a lovely man, but that's a bad picture, isn't it?
He's got big glasses on and
Yeah.
stubble, obviously he's got bald head. He doesn't appear to be looking at anything. He's looking right beyond everyone else. Can you see that, Carl? I'll tell you who he looks like. He looks like Zig, I think, from Zig and Zag. He looks like
Well,
he's
there
a
you
Muppet
go.
made of foam.
Oh, love it.
Nice to see that game come back.
Yeah,
In a
the
roaring
medium of
success.
radio.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good picture that is. I hope you enjoyed it. Coming up soon, we've got Sir David of Bowie, Nicolas Cave, and Travis. Flowers in the window again. Play a song. Aerodynamic on XFM 104.9. It's alright. It's alright then.
Uneventful, wasn't it?
Really? So I left a sequencer going.
Yeah. Popped out for a coffee.
Yeah. I don't want to diss the funny little French lads.
Sure.
But, you know.
Try harder.
Are they French?
Yeah, oh god, yeah.
Sorry.
Do you speak much French, Rick?
I speak un peu. Yeah.
I can ask, where is the Tourist Information Bureau? And, I can express my preference in music tastes, and I can order an Orangina, and that's all I can do.
I know Bière, blonde, Pression, I think. That means, draft your French.
Tu aimes la musique folk?
Oh, that's filthy. So what that means, Carl?
No, go on.
Really dirty. Really dirty.
Tu aimes la musique folk?
Yeah, you dirty. you filthy little
Frenchy. Alright.
But,
do you know much French, Carl?
Have you got any fromage?
that'd work.
Cheese or fish?
It's cheese. It's cheese.
Would you not care which one you were given? You like both?
I think
That's a whole different kettle of poisson.
Yeah. I just think when you're in a country, you should have a little go.
Yeah, well,
That's a very little go.
yeah. You mean like football hooligans have a little go? What do you mean?
You know, try and have a go at their
Yeah.
their language. And
Well, what I do is I go in there and I point and talk a bit louder than usual in perfect English, and if they don't get it, I go mental.
Exactly.
Securing the fact that I've tried my best and they're having a laugh.
And that is the prerogative of all Englishmen.
or just
yeah.
point.
Point and shout.
Yeah, point and shout. Don't forget, you know, because you can never be foreign if you're English anywhere. No, they're speaking funny. Just remember that. Yeah?
Yeah.
God save us. Sorry, go on then. You were going to say something else.
Yeah. That picture you showed me.
Yeah.
I wish we could post one on the website of Carl. Remember we won an award ages ago. What was it called? The British Radio Authority Award.
Yeah.
And we made Carl get in the picture, and he was a bit reticent, a bit it came nice, but his head is perfectly circular. I put a coin on it, and only the ears popped out from behind the coin. Isn't it perfectly round? Isn't
I
it?
mean, when you've been saying I've got a round head, I was a bit like, yeah, everyone has. Stop having a go.
Yeah.
And then I saw this picture last week. I thought, God, he's right.
Can't we just pop it on the XOM website?
I'd rather not.
I'll go on, just get
Steve,
someone.
have you seen that man in a jar without a brain?
Sorry, is that something? Is that a product you can buy? In like Sainsbury's?
Is it a dream you had yesterday?
Man in
You
a
wondered
jar.
if you could. Can I? Yes, hello. Could you make my dream into reality, please? Oh, we can't actually, sir. In plastic would be good.
Sorry, what do you mean?
In the future, you'll be able to download your dreams and then just like act them out again, probably in the year 2000 or something.
Soothsayer.
No, there's some museum somewhere
Yeah.
that's got this little fella who was born without a brain, and he's in a jar, and it's just like he's got a really round head.
Right.
And when I saw this picture, I thought, God, it just reminded me of this little fella in
Yeah.
a jar.
Oh, and what do you mean he's born without a brain?
He was born without a brain.
So it's a baby.
It's not a little fella.
Yeah, but it's weird.
Do you know the difference? Do you have conversations with like people in prams thinking that fella's little and he doesn't talk much?
Yeah.
You know, babies aren't like little people.
Well, maybe...
Well, they are little people, but I mean they're not very small adults. They're not like midgets.
They don't do a job of work, is what we're saying.
yeah. You're very there. What do you mean?
I didn't read about it, I just saw the picture. And
This
it
is
looked
where
like
you're
a
going
man.
wrong, Carl. This is always your mistake. You see the picture, you don't read the little cat.
But what do you mean? How do you think-
guess at what you think the meaning
But how
is.
did you know he didn't have a brain?
He said something like the brainless man.
Yeah, but people say that about you. It doesn't mean you haven't got a spinal cord.
I bet somebody's seen it and knows what I mean. It's a famous picture.
Right, call in 08700 800 1234. Once again, you win a prize if you can tell us what Carl is talking about. Just in general. It's an ongoing competition. We're trying to find some CDs to anyone who knows what Carl is talking about. Stereophonics, Vegas, 2 times. Well, we've had calls confirming that there was indeed, a fetus, or a stillborn child.
A pickled baby.
A pickled baby. No wonder it died. Born without a brain. But everyone has, you know, pointed out that it wasn't a little fella.
It certainly wasn't a little fella.
No.
But because it had been in the jar for a long time, I think it had aged a bit.
What are you basing that on?
You do carry on growing, yeah. Yeah.
Your ears and your nose.
Your ears and your nose. And your eyes don't grow, so, you could probably, yeah.
I'll dig it out for you.
Yeah.
Imagine if, like, there was an experiment where they were raising a child just based on the information that we said on the radio. What kind of a person
It was like
would they
download,
be?
yeah. And
What kind of information would they
and
have?
it took everything literally.
Exactly.
And I think, yeah, there's no irony or, it was just...
They just, everything we said they assumed was fact. Everything that Carl said.
And
they
any
assumed was
question it had about the world, it could only ask Carl.
Exactly.
And it was
See, now, this worries me because without wishing to be disrespectful in any way, Carl, you know I think you're the best man on earth. When you have a child, we could be in a situation a bit like that. Do you know, is it a concern for you, do you think, that, like, when your son's growing up, or your daughter, and they're asking you questions, you're conscious, I mean, you yourself have admitted that you have a sphere of knowledge which you are an expert on.
Ask your mother.
You'd say ask your mother.
That's good.
That's great, fair enough.
That's good.
And I'd play with it. I think I'd be a good dad.
Yeah, I think you would.
But I wouldn't be the one who's shouting at it.
No. Who would you get to shout at it? Probably Windsor Davis. He'd be good, wouldn't he? You horrible little man!
Well, you know, I'd tell it the rights and wrong. You don't have to be a really bright person to know the rights and wrong in the world.
Yeah. No, I think you are bright, Carl.
You are. And at what point in their life would you tell them about the evolution of the baguette? Which you told us.
Or the story of the bee.
Yes.
That you scored once.
Or the 2 children. Would you ever get them to meet as maybe like that? They could be godparents. The friends you had at school.
Yeah,
with webbed hands.
the big heads and webbed
They
hands.
weren't my friends.
That weren't friends.
I wish we could track them down.
Oh, that'd be great.
I imagine they're in a zoo. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 big
That's Safari
jars.
Park, yeah.
2 big jars. Industrial strength jars. Oh, dear.
Man.
Guess what?
Go on.
This is one of our last shows. We're going away, I'm afraid, on the, 4th of May, isn't it?
I can't remember.
That's our last show, the 4th of May.
Yeah, not forever.
I brought a downer on the whole thing then,
Yeah.
didn't I? There's people cheering. Well, guess who's taken over from us? And I found this out. I was watching Liquid News the other night.
Right.
No one had called me. Zoe Ball.
Well, she's a good presenter, but is this confirmed?
I don't know. How should I have said that?
Is this true?
Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, you've done it now.
Yeah.
She was in the other day. You watched it on the telly, so...
Yeah.
What annoys me is, this is rather like when we got, according to last week's Media Guardian, we got rapped for saying the word cock on the radio. And, well, we never did we? We had to read that on the internet. No one never told us
That just slipped out of your mouth, didn't it?
What's that, cock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway.
And, now we don't even get told face to face that Zoe Ball's gonna take over.
Yeah, but it was only, like, sorted out the other day, and then when I saw you...
We're allowed to say
yesterday-
ball, aren't we?
Yeah. When I saw
Right.
you yesterday, I said, yeah, it's...
So we're not allowed to say...
Oh.
No. I'm not going to say the word, and we're not going to say we're not allowed to say the. We are allowed to say the male bird is a cock. We're not allowed to say the other one, but we are allowed to say ball.
Yeah.
What if her and her dad, Bobby, would we be able to say a pair of balls? We'd be able to say that, and I don't know.
I don't think he's part of the deal. So you don't need to.
In fact, if she's listening, call in and confirm it. We'll let her on the air, won't we? As long as she doesn't swear.
Yeah, don't be rude.
Yeah, don't be rude, Zoe.
Lou.
Yeah.
Don't be cheap, basically.
Better warn as well not to leave too much, nothing lying around. Because it'll be gone. Especially if it's skag. Echo and the Bunnymen. Killing Moon. Good to hear that again.
Yes.
On XFM 104.9.
Who are you?
I'm Ricky Gervais. Who are you?
Steve Merchant.
Who's that funny little round-headed fellow over
Karl Pilkington.
there? Pilky.
Pilkers.
Well, she ain't called, so mustn't be true.
I just didn't think we were being disrespectful to her, because we both think she's a fine presenter, and I think she'd do very well on there. I think it's a good move as well.
Yeah, but can you just say it's not forever?
Isn't it? I think she'll become more popular than us.
And I think that'll be the end of us, to be honest.
Well, she can string a sentence together.
I think she'll get lots of PR and everything. And she goes out with Big Boy Slim.
Big Boy Slim.
Who's, you know...
A good DJ.
He's a good DJ. And, is her name Zoe Slim now?
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, there will be nothing. It's 3 months, isn't it, she's taken over for? Is she getting paid the same as us?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
I bet it's a hell of a lot more.
I'll go mental.
I bet it's good money. It's good money.
I'll go mental.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. What are you going to do?
I'm,
for 3 months?
I'm going to have Saturdays off.
Are you going to present with her? Are you going to come on and press the buttons?
He's not allowed.
No, I hope not, because, you know, you're our...
Yeah.
Whipping boy, co-presenter.
Yeah. You're like our little fella in a jar.
Yeah.
That's
what we should do with you over the 3 months. Keep it in a jar, and we can have it in alternate weeks. Like step-parents or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Brilliant, just you can...
me and Steve will fight for custody.
Yeah, it'll be a big jar though, you can put stuff in there.
You can have it won't be like, full of water or vinegar or whatever they do.
You won't become Pickled Carl.
No. It'd be like a big air chamber, and you're sat there, and it'd be like a little... What would it be, an armchair or something?
It'd be in an armchair, and we'd have stuff in there, and we'd bring your girlfriend, like, once a week, and she'd go, no, we put a blanket over the top, so we wouldn't, you know, see anything.
But like the Big Brother household.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, that's a hell of a documentary.
Oh, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Carl in a jar.
But anyway, that's what, so we're going away on the 4th of May for 12 weeks.
It's a long time, isn't it?
We were doing the second series of The Office, so we can't be around, I'm afraid. And Zoe Ball's standing in for us. And,
that can't be right. She's not I don't think you can say standing in for us.
Isn't that right?
Taking over the show, I think, would be fair to say.
I don't know. I can't say anything now, can you? I'm worried about that. Just because he goes up with Big Boy Slim, you got to be careful what you say.
Yeah. Carl, you look upset.
Are you starting to think that we're getting melancholy now, that you're just gonna sit at home? What are you gonna do every Saturday?
Dunno. Go shopping.
Let's sort out a jar. You've got to do the balloons before then as well. You've got to send you up in a balloon. Maybe you can send you up in a balloon and you come straight down into a big jar.
Yeah.
And they put
a giant cork in straight away.
yeah, and there's a big chair.
I tell you what we could do. We could set you adrift like Robinson Crusoe set the ball and see where you end up.
If you find me, yeah. Oh, you might go to an uninhabited island or something.
I'll tell you something I learned in the week.
Go on.
Just reminded me there about going up in the air.
Go on.
Right, if cars could drive up, it only took an hour to get into space.
Which is great.
Going how fast?
About 50 miles an hour.
You just made that up, didn't you? You just guessed that. You just guessed it. You just said about 50.
Yeah,
see, this is what worries me. If you have a son or a daughter,
yeah,
age 50, he's going to be out in the street with a ramp pointing into the sky.
Dad, how long do elephants live? About 1,000 years. 1,000 or something.
I wouldn't say.
Dad, how much can an ant lift? About a quarter of a kilogram, probably. About 2 bags of sugar.
If you guess, it's not fact.
Yeah. Just because you thought it, that doesn't make it fact. Does anyone know how long it'd take a car going 50 miles an hour?
People are phoning in about anything now, Rick.
Yeah.
We asked them to phone in about the jar thing. Switchboard lit up. It's crazy. You asked them to phone in about, like, you know, something sensible, like Che Guevara, or, you know, the life of Winston Churchill. There's nothing.
That is really a demographic sort of snapshot of our fans.
Our audience.
Ask them about a dead baby without a brain.
Oh, yeah.
And they're reaching for their phones. They don't mind what their bill is that much.
We ask them for, you know, I don't know, great quotes or something from the great philosophers. Nothing.
They're just looking
at
the
where
phone.
to buy, meths cheap. Straight on the phone.
Oh, you know the quotes that Ricky gave me last week and I turned them down?
Yeah.
I got home, girlfriend had a go at me.
They don't know you turned him down. What you know is that he said he didn't want to take the book at the end of the show, so I'm not taking it, it's too difficult. I'm gonna go and get a nice one, and go on, carry on.
So I went home, and Suzanne said, where's the book? She was really looking forward to having a look at it. I said, oh, I gave it him back, I wasn't up for that. And yet, last week I was ill and stuff, I wasn't in the mood for learning.
Yeah.
So I'm not having it. She goes, this is where you went wrong at school.
Oh.
She said, this is exactly where you went wrong. She said, you know, you liked infants. You liked, you know, you're colouring in and you're painting stuff. She said, but as soon as it gets to the heavy stuff, you just, you know, you're like a horse with its blinkers on.
Yeah.
So you shut yourself away. So I said, no, I could have done it if I wanted to. So anyway, we went and bought a quotations book, so I have got some quotes.
Yeah, what's the quotation book you bought? So I was asking him to, read Keats and Wilde, Wordsworth, Shakespeare. What did you buy?
It's quotes with, like, Eric and Ernie and that in it. No, but it's still quotes.
They're still quotes.
The Sesame Street book of quotes. Brilliant. They're still valid. No, it's a starting point.
Oh.
It's a starting point.
Okay.
Well, we'll have some quotes.
We'll have some of that
Carl
after
later. We've got a
yeah.
lot more to get through before
We've got a bit of new order.
Bit of new order.
Excellent.
New order, here to stay. On XFM 104.9. Someone, I love our listeners, I really do, right? Someone just called in and said it's about putting, he went, hello? Carl answers the phones. And I said, hello? He went, hello? He said, yeah, about putting Carl in a big jar. And Carl went, go on. And the bloke went, well then you could call him Karl Pilkington. And he went, thanks. I love them bothering. I like Karl Pilkington. That's lovely. That's so sweet. He spent 50p to tell you that, and you were worried. You just saw you going up in a balloon and landing in a jar again, didn't you? What have you gone through yet? You've had nothing but good feedback from this show now, and now you're just getting all worried, aren't you? Heat magazine say you're a genius. You've got your picture in that Extracts magazine with a little round head. You have Jaffa cakes. I gave him a £5 the other week to buy biscuits. He's having the time of his life.
Yeah.
This is his best day. This must be your best 2 hours of the week.
I enjoy it, yeah. It's alright sometimes.
Yeah? What's better regular than this for you? What's a better 2 hours a week? Sleep doesn't count.
Actually, you're probably right, it might be this.
Yeah?
Yeah. Or, that 24 thing's good.
Alright.
Like that.
Probably worth mentioning.
Suzanne.
Yeah, your girlfriend.
Yeah, well that goes without saying, doesn't it?
Oh, he's done it. He's pulled it round. He's pulled it round. He's a charmer.
If you could come in and sit in the corner, then yeah, it would be the best time ever.
That's pretty sweet, actually.
Oh.
She's not even in London at the moment.
Oh, so
you
you want
have
then?
to say that.
You
Yeah.
have to say it, and you did anyway.
Yeah. That's lovely.
She might be listening to
Yeah, it's Sky Digital, isn't it? There's always that. There's always
that danger.
Yeah. Anyway, Steve, over to you.
I just was wondering, because I've had an exciting week, relatively speaking, Rick, because instead of just spending it all with you, sat in a little room, as is our way, I've been doing some acting this week, as you know.
I know.
And I don't normally act, but I, basically there's some people at the BBC who are making a comedy pilot, kind of comedy TV show. And, you know, and I auditioned for it, and the role was to play a sort of freaky looking, sort of lanky geek, you know, and I don't want to say...
How did you beat off?
I don't want to sound arrogant, Rick, but they gave me the job on the spot. You know, so it was like, you know, obviously I'm, you know, 'cause I'm not a bad actor, I'm not as good as Rick, but I'm, you know,
What is it?
I play a really tall guy, like a sort of...
That's the part though, isn't it? About, you've got a beard.
I'm a character who's 6'7" tall, and I'm trying to win the world's tallest man.
That's it, yeah.
But there's always a man that beats me every year because he's slightly taller. But this year, I think for some reason, because I've been training, I can beat him.
That's the
conceit. Sally Phillips, I don't know if you know Sally Phillips, she's a very good comedy writer and actress, and she's written it. So it was good fun, and so we went down there, and it was good and everything. It was, you know, a little trailer and everything. It was like the proper deal. It was really good. And the problem was yesterday, I had to dance. One of the sequences had me dancing. Now, as you know, I think I'm a pretty groovy dancer. I'm a bit of a mover.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you this, Rick.
Do you have anyone's eye out with your elbow?
I have come to some serious realizations about my dancing.
Really?
I was moving around like a Shire horse dancing.
Really?
It was terrible. I was just like quick, and they had this choreographer trying to show me some moves, and it was just...
He was just like crying by the end of it.
It was
They were,
yeah. It was so bad, but the worst thing about it is, today, my whole body is ravaged with pain and agony. I'm utterly devastated by the agony of it. Trying to get down the stairs this morning, I swear to God, I looked like Thor Hurd. Trying to hobble that, it was mad. I was like I'd had several hip replacements. I was like, I had to go down at an angle, going down the stairs. It was ludicrous, and I was really worried. Suddenly I'm thinking, because I thought I was pretty fit and pretty groovy and everything, and I had been discussing with this mate of mine, my housemate, that we should maybe start doing some exercise, because I'm putting on a little bit of weight, right? He's quite a thin, tall guy. He has a belly. I don't know how to summarise it. Have you ever seen the film Junior with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yeah. It looks like that.
Really?
It's slightly grotesque. So the two of us, so we decided that we were going to do some exercise together, right? This is what we're going to do. Each morning we were going to get up, we were going to exercise together.
That won't happen. Right.
Well, no, but wait, Rick. You see, you're wrong, because a couple of days ago I said to him, listen, what we should do is get one of those, like, health videos, you know, those kind of training videos, what they called, like, I don't know, they might have an aerobics thing, or a sort of hour-long workout. And I said to him, get one of the ones that's hosted by, like, Pauline Quirk. Elle Macpherson or Cindy Crawford, you know, someone like that, someone sexy, right? So, I swear to God, we went down this morning, we put it on, right? Just want you to picture this scene, right? It's me and my mate in our shorts, right? 9 o'clock in the morning, working out.
You didn't actually do it.
To Helen from Big Brother's video, right? It was the cheapest one, Steve, he told me. Thanks very much, mate.
We saw that advertised as well.
working out right. And the two of us in our shorts, she's there, like, you know, she's the closest there is to a living Homer Simpson, right, shouting out stuff. I just wanted to be reassured, Rick. There's nothing gay about that, is there? There's nothing a touch kind of fruity about that image.
No, I mean, the ones you do avoid would be sort of Liza Minnelli workout.
Cher.
Graham Norton, obviously.
Yeah, Del Winton.
Gay Byrne.
Right, sure.
He's not gay.
No.
But, I mean, the name's a little bit gay, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think Helen from Big Brother, you're probably safe. Who else? I don't know what else to tell you, really.
But I mean, because I know you've got a personal trainer. I'm obviously not in that kind of state. There's kind of states at the moment. I don't have that kind of cash.
No.
But, you know, I'm obviously quite excited. What have I got to look forward to? Do I go through a pain barrier?
My trainer, Pink Eric, we call him.
Yeah.
I sort of box a little bit.
But what I'm saying is, do you go through a pain barrier?
No, I stop way before that.
Right.
And I'll sit down and have a beer.
Right.
There's no point in going through pain, because it'll just put you off.
Sure.
So, if you start feeling any sort of pain, or any, breathlessness, or any aches, sit down immediately.
Now, is it right that he's worked out a special routine for you where you don't have to get up?
Yeah, well, he actually said, I remember the first, I got my food diary, and he was looking at it, and I could see he sort of feared it. He feared taking on this challenge. And this is a true quote. At one point, he said, right, okay, cut cheese down to 5 times a week then. I must have haggled from 4. Cheese down to 5 times a week. And it's sort of like, I'm my own worst enemy. Because if I cut out cheese and beer, I would just lose weight. Like, it would drop off me in a month. So what I'm doing, I'm fighting it all the time. I haven't changed my sort of eating and drinking habits, but I now work out 3 times a week. It is an uphill struggle, Steve.
Yeah, of course.
It's just
so you're just keeping it an even keel.
I know. Well, yeah. So I can live longer to eat more cheese and beer.
Do you exercise, Carl? Do you do any exercise whatsoever?
I used to go to a gym in town, but it wasn't the sort of the hard work of doing the, you know, the stuff. It was just like, it was like 60 quid a month.
Yeah.
I thought, well,
crazy, isn't it?
That's not good. So I just got out of my way to sort of walk everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Instead of jumping on a bus, like a nice day like today, walk into work, or you know, run up the stairs.
You're skinny though.
You run up the stairs.
What?
You're really skinny though.
No, but I do eat a lot of like crappy food. So I reckon. I mean, what did they say? When you get to 30, it all just. You go mental, don't you?
Yeah, they say that, play record. That's the philosophers, isn't it? When you get to 30, you go mental.
No, Descartes.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Play record.
Better Bowie?
Oh, yeah, I brought this in. You'll love this, Steve. Oh, you know this, I think, I'm sure. This is, a great Bowie track off Aladdin Sane, one of my favourite albums. And this is Lady Grinning Soul. It's beautiful. Badly Drawn Boy, Silent Sign on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. You can do your own.
Oh, right, okay, my name's Steve Merchant.
Yeah, Carl.
I'm Carl.
Yeah, exactly.
You've not lost interest, have you, Rick?
No, of course I haven't.
Okay. Go on.
It's silly to, I've said it once, I was a bit bored with just saying your names.
Okay.
I don't mind saying mine, because I'm sort of interested in that.
Yeah, sure.
But the other ones are sort of more of a chore. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing in it for me.
Yes, there's no actual
I'd rather not mention either of you.
Okay.
So, if you want to do it, from now on.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, obviously still got plenty to come. We've obviously got some great music, Rick, and that's
I've got, a bit of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Actually, an album you introduced me to, and I'm gonna play, Into My Arms.
Looking forward
and you know how beautiful that song is.
That's true enough.
Yeah.
But, I was talking about this little bit of acting I was doing yesterday, and, not wishing to be disrespectful to anyone that was involved, but there was, obviously some extras or supporting artists, as I believe they know, and, you know, all good, lovely people, really putting the effort in, doing good work and everything, but there's just one guy I was stood next to, and, you know, he's quite a tall guy, not quite as tall as me, but tall guy, you know, quite a good looking bloke or whatever, and, I just sat there, and he obviously gets quite boring because there's a lot of just hanging around and people waiting and stuff, fixing lights. I just stood next to him, and he just went, oh, he was looking for something to say to me, obviously, and he went, looking forward to the new Guns N' Roses album? And I went, I didn't realise there was one on the way, actually. He went, yeah, obviously they, Slash won't be in it, because obviously Slash is no longer with them, but, bloody sweet child of mine, one of my favourites, just started singing some of the songs. I went, okay, great.
Without irony, I assume.
Without irony. He just wanted to get onto a discussion of Guns N' Roses, but I'll tell you this, he did not look like a rocker in any way. He looked like a bloke who would work in sort of an accountancy, agency, or Barclays, behind the counter, something like that. Very well scrubbed, well groomed.
I'll say there's nothing wrong with Barclays or the people who work therein.
That's true enough.
Okay.
So he goes, yeah, I mean, I got into them with Appetite for Destruction, the classic first album, but I even, you know, I enjoyed with the spaghetti incident as well. I mean, I like all of them. Yeah. And I'm like, right, okay. And he goes, I said to him, you ever seen them live or anything? He went, I have not seen them live, no, but I was lucky enough to be at Donington, Monsters of Rock, and Slash's Snake Pit was playing, which was Slash's solo effort.
Yeah.
And he went, I've never been to those live gigs before, and I was down in the mosh pit. Oh man, I was down there, and I'll tell you this, have you been in the mosh pit? I went, oh no. He goes, oh, it's crazy down there, it's wild. A guy threw a punch at me, I punched him, knocked him straight out, he knocked me out, so as this fight went off, it was amazing. I went, you're gonna go back? He went, no, I won't, because once you've done something like that, you can never repeat the experience, you know. I mean, everyone there was dressed in black. I think I was the only guy wearing a white t-shirt. I was like, okay, I could just imagine him tucked in as well.
That's why they attacked him. Exactly. It's like ants.
Yeah.
They
slashed himself.
Yeah, there's a termite in the nest.
Exactly.
And they just turned on him.
But so I'm going, okay, so do you go to gigs often? He went, no, I don't think I'm ever going to go to another rock gig. And I said to him, why? And he went, I don't think any gig I go to will be able to top the experience of seeing UB40 live. And do you know what I mean? And I almost did what you did.
That's why I've never seen him live, because I don't want to end my life.
But I almost laughed. I thought it was a joke. I thought he was making a joke, and I was about to laugh, and I realised he was deadly serious, and I went...
UB40.
Oh, good were they? He went absolutely blinding. One of the most incredible live experiences I've ever seen.
I imagine. Did they
remarkable.
Do songs in a sort of mock reggae style?
Apparently they
2 hours.
And then he began to tell me which of his favourite... He went, I don't know if... I said, have they done anything recently? Have brought anything out? He went, I don't think they're going to be able to top those classic albums, Bag of Riddim and Rat in the Kitchen.
I remember once when I went to sign on... Okay, and I don't know what year it was, must have been like 1979 or something, and my first left school, and tell me if I'm wrong if it wasn't out then, but this bloke was at the back with sort of like a ghetto blaster, and he was playing 1 in 10.
Right.
Obviously making a point, he was in the dole office. Yeah. Everyone ignored him, and when it finished playing, he turned it down. And he took a number and queued.
The days when they were a protest.
When was that? What year was that? What year did someone can pinpoint that for me. Phone in 08700 800 1234. I know it just come out.
But what was amazing is when he said that about UB40 being the best live experience I've ever seen, it was one of those moments where you thought, I never thought I'd hear someone say that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know why I can't understand what kind of person you are. I suddenly realised at that moment there was such a chasm between us.
Is there anyone out there whose favourite band is UB40? Red Wine, maybe. UB40, yeah. Oh, they're a great bunch of blokes though, you see, and they crack me up when I see them interviewed, they're really funny. But, once you've heard one, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I imagine. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm a Philistine.
Maybe there's some hidden depths to them that we don't understand, maybe some great tracks that you could, if you're a big fan.
Well, I'm never gonna go and see him because, why sort of like top your experiences?
Exactly.
You know?
Because you're never gonna better it.
When I know I'm definitely dying, I'm gonna go...
You'll summon them to play for you. Get me Labour of Love live.
Do Right in the Kitchen. Now.
This is a little bit of a treat, but I thought I would charm you with, Rick. From The Cure's Greatest Hits, this was this double CD that they brought out recently, including 18 acoustic versions of their greatest hits.
Yeah.
And this is the acoustic version.
What have you gone for?
I've gone for, glad you've asked, Just Like Heaven.
Wise choice.
XFM 104.9. Lovely, that one.
Brilliant, isn't it? The acoustic version of Just Like Heaven from The Cure's double CD
I'm loving it
collection.
Now, again, I broke the rules in the week. I met up with Carl. I had lunch with him. And we were chatting, having a cup of tea, and it got onto one of Carl's favourite programmes, was the Tales of the Unexpected.
Ah, of course.
And all I can think is that he's probably the only person in Britain where they were unexpected. I mean, to him, when that twist came in, and you go, gee, I can't...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Can't believe
So it was the tree that did it. I mean, he was probably the only... And we were telling all these stories of horror, and he liked horror stories. And I told him this story, and I don't know if this had come across the radio, but I told him this story. It was a short. It was a horror short.
This was a film you saw, was it?
Yeah. And what it was, it started off just there'd been a car crash. You see, it's a horrendous wreck, and you saw it from the point of view of the person in the car, and he was calling for his mate, and he was going, Dave... And he sort of looked over and saw a body without a head that had been thrown at. He goes, oh no, Dave. And then into the field of view came Dave, his mate, and looked at him with a look of horror, and then it sort of went black and you realised that he was just a head, and it had been his body.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And I said, then it came up at the end, at the executions in the French Revolution, people experience consciousness for, you know, and he went, oh, no, he said, it wouldn't be for that long. And then he went, if it was a chicken, it would work. Imagine remaking that film, but it's two chickens in horrendous car crash.
Their own fault for driving.
It would work. No, he wasn't having that.
Yeah.
No, it was too long. I think he said, how long was this film? Went about 5 minutes. He went, no. It would work if it was a chicken.
I like the way that Carly is something like, when you relate an incident like that, he's appalled and offended and annoyed by the people that made it, even though he's never seen it.
Oh, he's annoyed, yeah. Like, you have it.
I want to see it. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
But they should have thought it through a bit more.
Yeah. Do you have a favourite Tales of the Unexpected, one that you remember particularly that shook you up?
Yeah, we were talking about the one on, where, there's some woman in prison. Have you seen that one?
I can't remember them all.
Right. This woman's in prison.
Yeah.
And, she gets a bit friendly with the guy who takes the dead bodies out.
Right.
And, he says, I can get you out of here. He said, what you've got to do, right? You've got to, I don't know, at midnight.
When you hear the bell toll, that means there's been a dead body.
Yeah, there's been a dead body. So what you got to do is go into like the place where all the dead bodies are, get in the first coffin on the right, and then I'll come along and carry you out, and you can run away and escape.
Yeah.
Right? So she goes, yeah, all right then. So she hears the bell go.
I'll bury you, right? And then I'll come back later and dig you up.
Right.
Yeah, but
that's the point.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Trust me, Carl, it really matters.
Okay.
Listen, I don't know if I'm going to ruin this for people at home.
Yeah.
Can I just skip to the end? I would imagine that she gets buried and he doesn't come back, and she has to get buried alive.
Better than that.
Okay.
Yeah, she does it. She gets into the coffin.
Yeah, shh.
Go on.
Right. So she gets in the coffin, and she's lying there for ages.
She's buried.
You can feel a bit of movement going on, so she's obviously, you know, being carried somewhere, so she's thinking, this is it, I'm getting out. And she's lying there for ages and thinking, why ain't someone coming and lifting the lid off this? Do you know what I mean? Letting me get out. So she's really bored. She gets a lighter out, right? Lights it to have a look at who she's lying on. It's only the fella who said he'd help escape.
Oh.
How bad is that?
That is... How bad is that?
So it is quite important that she's buried alive then, isn't it? In retrospect, you realise that the jeopardy is that she is buried alive and can't get out.
Yeah.
It makes it so much worse, doesn't it, than just like lying in the morgue and going, actually, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
This isn't going to work.
Look at Carl's face, having told that, he's so pleased. His face is lit up, he's beaming like a child.
Have you seen any?
Is that your favourite horror thing ever?
That's a good one. And
let's see if anyone knows what the finger is. When that bloke was under the ground, wiggling his finger.
We're talking about one with some fella who's stuck in the ground or something.
This is a motif I noticed in your particular favourite ones.
Yeah.
Right.
People stuck in the ground. Go on.
Right. So it's
a fella.
A fella stuck. Now I seem to remember it just being his foot, to be honest, being stuck in a hole.
No, he was under the ground and he got a little thing out of the pavement and he put his finger up and wiggled it to try and attract attention. Then you see a woman come along and her stiletto heel just knocks his finger off.
You see, I'm wondering whether it's the same one as I saw.
Yeah, it could be two like that, couldn't there?
They were running out of ideas by the last series.
It's a big theme in Hollywood.
Or, what was that one you told me about with the porn? That was a good one.
Oh, this was fantastic, right? Right. There was this,
Sorry, can I just check now? We're just remembering classic episodes of the Tales of the Unexpected
this is important. Well, I saw one, right? I saw one, on Tales of the Unexpected, right? And it was, these two gents, what they used to do, they look down the obituaries and they'd blackmail the wife or the son of a dead eminent person, like might be a priest or a doctor, something like that, and they'd go on and say, he bought some erotic stuff from us before he died and he owes 100 guineas and all this sort of stuff, and they'd pay up because it'd be so embarrassing. They just didn't want them, so they'd just pay him, right? And this one bloke said, who are these people? I'll meet with them. And he goes round there, and he goes round, and they go, your father, he goes, my father could not have bought any erotic material from you. No, he did, he goes, he couldn't have, he's blind. Right, and that was the twist. And Carl went, so it was magazines, not videos then.
Yeah. Now think about it, Steve. Is that so stupid?
Well, presumably it was set in olden times because professional pornographers don't tend to call it, you know, erotic material.
Yeah.
They tend to call it, you know, juicy jugs or whatever. But more than that, I don't understand how a video is going to be any use to a blind person either. I know that you can hear the sound, Carl. Look at him nodding like he's brought me out.
Yeah, what sound will you hear? Do, 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 do. Your meter needs looking at? Yes. Cut. What's then? What's that? Then it's just noises, isn't it?
Occasional groans. Yeah.
Right.
You could listen through the wall at your neighbours.
He does.
I mean, that's why I save a lot of money. But I thought you were going to point out, Carl, that they could have had a Braille porno. I hadn't thought of that.
Look, feel the lumps on that.
Exactly. Think about it, Carl.
Think about it.
You're excited now.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend's away, Carl.
Yeah, but she's great as only under the cupboard.
No, she's a good-looking lady.
Yeah.